Well, a bit of both. I think in terms of Man City, they defended well throughout the game. There was that one moment where, for some reason, they decided to step up. And even when Eze had the ball at his feet, they didn't drop. When he's got that much time, just drop off. I know sometimes when you're going into a back five and you've got three centre-half, sometimes communication can be a little bit off in who's dropping and who's going. But it was just too easy in that moment of the game. It was a brilliant goal from Arsenal's point of view, in terms of Martinelli, the running in behind, exactly what they needed. But that's the poorest I've seen Man City on the ball for a long time. Even though the possession was really low, even when they had the ball, they kept giving it away, they kept punting it long. It was very different. Of course, when you change a system and you go into a low block and Arsenal playing very well, they are going to pin you back. But in terms of when Man City got the ball back, it just wasn't good enough.
I can understand where Declan's coming from. When you dominate a title rival as much as they did, you're pleased about that in some ways, because that's not normal to see a game almost so one-sided in terms of territory, maybe possession. But for me, I can't get away from the fact that Arsenal still don't look like they're going to score a goal in open play. And I felt that at Manchester United in the first game. I felt that at Anfield, and I felt that today. Credit to them, they've got the goal. They had lots of set pieces, didn't look as dangerous on set pieces today. But that still has to be a big worry for Arsenal. I think this season in the 5 games, in open play, their XG is about 3. They didn't really look like scoring at all. And that's still a problem that they had last season, that it still looks like in these first 5 games they've still got.
I suppose it depends on how you define dominant in terms of the performance. What was your read on the game?
Yeah, well, we've said it many times before, but possession doesn't win your football matches. And, yeah, we were watching the game, we thought, listen, now they're going to create something. And we talk about the strength and depth, a couple of subs coming off the bench and obviously having a big involvement with the goal. Yeah, do you know what? It's kind of the same issues for Arsenal. On one hand, you give them credit, they kept going and they persevered and they got a draw. But the problem is when you're talking about Arsenal winning league titles, we see what Liverpool are doing and what Man City have done the last few years, and that's the bit where you're still short in terms of their creativity. A lot of good players, they're a really solid team, a very, very good team, but the standards that the other team have set over the last few years, they still look short on that area. But a little bit today, you give them a little bit of credit because you go, listen, you stuck at it, and that's what you're supposed to do. Yes, City still. You look City, they're still trying to find their way. They're not like the City from 2 or 3 years ago, and obviously they sat back in, and generally speaking, they defended quite well. It was just that bit of concentration at the end. And having said that, there was a great ball and a great run and a great finish, and you have to obviously take your medicine on that side of it. But City's lack of belief in terms of their possession and trying to get a second goal, it wasn't there. So Arsenal certainly deserve something out of the game.
I mean, we talk about Gyökeres a lot, and we said before the show, is he the guy to win them the title? And he's had a little bit of criticism for his performances in the big games away at Old Trafford, Anfield, near today. He hasn't had the kick today, and he might get criticism again on the back of the game. I don't think in those 3 games he's had a chance. They haven't created a chance for him. So I go back to when people keep saying Arsenal's problem is finishing. It's not. It's creating. They don't create enough, and he might get a little bit of stick, as I've just said, for what's happened in sort of those 3 bigger games. But they haven't created one chance for him.